Hello everyone, it's been a while since the last vlog. This one is going to be a bit of a summary of what happened in October. The next one will be November, the next one will be December. It was our first day out of quarantine, so we were staying in Sunrise, went to Sunrise Park. Very lovely park, just a block away from where we were staying. Big fields in most of the parks, nice equipment for the kids to play with. Then the plans for myself, I had my appointment I think at 10 AM at the Service Canada offices. That is where you do your social insurance number application. I took an Uber there. It was located in Burnaby. It was quiet. They checked my appointment. There was nobody really there ahead of me. And I was out 10 minutes after the time my appointment was due to be. After finishing up at Service Canada, it was time to open a bank account. I took the SkyTrain in the sky from Burnaby back near to where we were staying, and then took a walk to RBC. Decided to open an account with them. They have some new immigrant accounts or something like that, new arrival. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but there's some good deals there where you don't pay any fees for an entire year. I took that option, the other option being paying the fees and then getting a new iPad or something. So yeah, that was fairly painless. You were supposed to actually make a booking. I didn't, but I went and they made a booking for me while I was at the branch, and I think 15 minutes later somebody came to help me open an account, easy peasy, and it was done. The weather was actually quite good. You would have temperatures between 20 and 25 during the day. Evenings could be cool and there were some rainy days, but in general I was walking around in summer attire. You could see autumn was coming, the color of the leaves were changing. In the afternoon I went for a quick run, first run in ages again. It was supposed to be my first day starting, but just circumstances. I got a bit of an introduction on the Friday at work. Supervisor picked me up the morning from the AIRBNB, got opportunity to go to my new workplace. After that, I went to the place we are going to rent, or where I am sitting at right now, just to have a look at 2 apartments. And we eventually decided on a west-facing apartment. It's facing a quieter street, and in the winter you'll have a bit more light. And yeah, signed the paperwork and that was it. We had to make the payments the evening. Next day we came over to the apartment just to have a look again, because my wife hasn't seen it except for the pictures. She actually saw it on the internet. It's a 2-bedroom place, built-in cupboards are almost walk-in closets, sort of. We have an ensuite bathroom. There's a guest bathroom as well. What I like about it, there's a proper shower in our ensuite. A lot of places in Vancouver just have bathtubs with showers inside. Yeah, that's a bit of a big peeve for me. So on Sunday was our checkout of the AIRBNB, and also our move into the new flat. My colleague was kind enough to come collect us. Somehow we fit all our 6 big pieces of luggage, as well as some additional grocery shopping we did. We managed to fit into his SUV. He dropped us off at our new place. We left our stuff, locked it, and then he took us on a quick tour through Vancouver. We went driving through downtown, through Stanley Park, to the lookout point where you have a view of Lions Gate Bridge. He was also kind enough to lend us some camping mattresses, as all our mattresses and bases of our beds were still inbound on the ship, due to arrive end of November, beginning of December. So that was fun. We were camping out. That's basically the only furniture we had, living off the floor. It wasn't the most comfortable environment, especially it was tough for me the first month. There's still some learning I'm doing for work as well. It wasn't the best environment for that, but we managed. After about a week or so, we decided to order ourselves a queen size mattress, as the small camping mattresses did as camping mattresses do. They deflated and it's not comfortable on a wood floor. Waking up every morning with dead shoulders. But that's what we had to make do with. Took a train ride and a bus ride down to English Bay. It's a lovely beach area. We were enjoying the local parks, and they're all very well equipped, or something different. My kid enjoys playing there. It's safe. Then the weather started to change. We started getting our first cold weather. I think we even had some snow on the mountain tops towards the end of October. We also had a chance to go down to Gastown. We had a look at the clock down there. Tourist attraction at this stage with COVID. Obviously there's not a lot of tourists around. So your souvenir shops actually have some good prices. Yeah, it's a good time to buy souvenirs. Riding on the trains, my kid enjoyed that. Obviously her first time really using public transport, as we were lucky enough to have 2 cars in South Africa, and obviously not as an efficient public transport system. From what I've seen, the bus system here is okay. You probably have a bus stopping every 15 minutes. My experience in places like Amsterdam, almost said Vietnam, Vienna and Amsterdam, they've got a network of buses, trams, underground trains. The bus and tram system, it feels like it's more frequent. The trains, however, are better. The network isn't that vast. In general, the trains I use anyway is every 4 minutes or so. 2 to 4 minutes, the next train will be there. I also did some couch shopping. So we just decided we can't just sit on the ground the whole time. It's painful and depressing. We visited Walmart. All the Halloween decorations were out. The pumpkins were standing there. So that was something interesting, new for us. Yeah, so Halloween was interesting. Obviously with COVID, things were a bit different. People, the interactions wasn't as usual. I think less people were partaking. We got our kids into a program called Strongstart. It's basically like a little school program there for the kids for free at the community center. Due to COVID, the numbers are very limited. I'm not sure if it's limited to 5 kids at the moment, where it usually takes 30 kids at a time. My kid only has 1 slot in 2 weeks. When we're lucky, there's a cancellation and she might have 1 slot in an off week. So that was tough, and any other program for kids at the moment is tough because everybody's numbers are limited or they are shutting down. So that was kind of tough, getting her into some routine besides being at home, especially when it rains, because it rains a lot here. The Strong Start program is actually near school. They had a pumpkin patch on their fields, and afterwards they were just handing out. So we got one of the pumpkins, did some pumpkin carving in the evening. The Halloween evening was quite cool. The building manager arranged something, and they took the kids in the building one by one, starting from 1 floor, working up to all these apartments that had something, and it was pre-packed and tried to keep it as clean and contactless as possible. So it was a fun little experience for the little one, and I just thought, let's just go walk a couple of streets, see what's happening. And people were creative. They made little chutes with a pipe, so they'll pipe it down to you from their stairwell, or some people put little packs out on a table in front of their homes. Some had fishing rods. They would give the packets of sweets to the kids. Something that was also interesting about it is the fireworks. Apparently in Vancouver especially, there's fireworks that work. Halloween almost felt like New Year's, and there was some massive fireworks going off in residential areas. The next day, 1st of November, clock got turned forward an hour or something. Basically daylight saving has ended, so we lost an hour of daylight. In the next block I'll talk about that and how that affects your mental well-being. November started off a bit dark, depressing, but I'll dig into that in the next one. It wasn't. November was a tough month, let's say that. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to ask, please feel free. Drop it in the comments. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see more of these, hit subscribe, and I will try to get to it sooner. Thank you for those still hanging in there, and good night.